Do not be afraid. America needs to hear this word. Don't be discouraged by this mighty army, for the battle is not yours, but God's. Tomorrow, march out against them. This is what happens when the Spirit of God takes over. Take your positions, then stand still and watch the Lord's victory. He is with you. And Jehoshaphat said, you will not even have to fight. Early the next morning, the army of Judah went out into the wilderness of Tekoa. And I love this. After consulting the people, the king appointed singers. Jehoshaphat gets the choir. He gets non-combatants. Have you lost your mind? He said, bring in the choir. And he appointed singers to walk ahead of the army, singing to the Lord and praising him for his holy splendor. This is what they sang. Give thanks to the Lord. His faithful love endures forever. The very moment they began to sing, the Lord. You've got 1,165,000 soldiers on your side. But Jehoshaphat's great-great-great-grandfather David said in the 20th Psalm, verse 7, some trust in horses, some trust in chariots, but we will trust in the name of the Lord our God. When the choir started singing, God started moving and caused the armies of Ammon, Moab, Mount Seir to start fighting among themselves. The armies of Moab and Ammon turned against their allies, the Edomites, and killed every one of them. After they had destroyed the army of Seir, they began attacking each other. So when the army of Judah arrived at Lookout Point in the wilderness, all they saw was the fact that that great host had destroyed itself because God had told them, you will not even have to fight. For the battle is not yours, but it belongs to me.
Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast.
Now the king of Aram was at war with Israel. After conferring with his officers, he said,
I will set up my camp in such and such a place.
the man of God sent word to the king of Israel.
Beware of passing that place, because the Arameans are going down there.
So the king of Israel checked on the place indicated by the man of God. Time and again Elisha warned the king so that he was on his guard in such places. This enraged the king of Aram. He summoned his officers and demanded of them,
Tell me, which of us is on the side of the king of Israel?
None of us, my lord the king.
said one of his officers.
But Elisha, the prophet who is in Israel, tells the king of Israel the very words you speak in your bedroom.
Go, find out where he is,
The king ordered.
so I can send men and capture him.
Yes, my lord.
The report came back.
He is in Dothan.
Then he sent horses and chariots and a strong force there. They went by night and surrounded the city. When the servant of the man of God got up and went out early the next morning, an army with horses and chariots had surrounded the city.
Oh no, my lord, what shall we do?
The servant asked.
Don't be afraid.
The prophet answered.
Those who are with us are more than those who are with them.
And Elisha prayed.
Open his eyes, Lord, so that he may see.
Then the Lord opened the servant's eyes, and he looked and saw the hills full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha.
My lord!
As the enemy came down toward him, Elisha prayed to the Lord.
Strike this army with blindness.
So he struck them with blindness, as Elisha had asked.
Elisha led them to Israel. God restored their sight. The king of Israel fed them and sent them home. They stopped raiding Israel.